I want to personally stop looking at the kettlebell swing as an exercise sometimes, and I want to think of it more as a skill transfer. And the skill transfer will be transferring the things that we can apply from a kettlebell swing into Olympic lifting. And that's what we talk about when we're saying master the basics. So the basics that we can take from a kettlebell swing will allow us to hit them more complex movements down the track. This is what I'm talking about. When we do our kettlebell swing, and just for today's sake, we'll just stick with a Russian kettlebell swing because it doesn't matter whether it's overhead or just out in front, is I want to avoid a dramatic rock from heel to toe. So many times I see people picking up their kettlebell. Maybe it's just in the warm-up, and they're just rocking from heel to toe quite dramatically, maybe to get a little bit more out of it. And I guess with the kettlebell, you have freedom to be able to throw that weight away from your body, away from your frontal plane. You don't have that freedom when you go to an Olympic lift like a clean or a snatch. So a couple of things I want you to think about is disregard how high the kettlebell is going, especially for things like warm-ups, and focus more on balance in the midfoot, toes staying on the floor, and extending your knee and your hip at the exact same time. So hopefully I can take that skill of extending my knee and my hip at the same time to create velocity up, which is going to help for a clean or a snatch. And I can think about driving my whole foot into the floor to get extension. And that's going to help that bar travel in a straight line and not pushing the bar outwards away from my body. So, hey, I'm not saying that there's a right and a wrong way to do it, but what I'm trying to demonstrate here is just a little bit more intention behind the movement to help transfer over to more complicated things that can come down the track that take a lot more time and deliberance behind the action.